Part 41. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 401. No matter what the effect of this medicine is, it is definitely not a good thing. Wang Ran pulled out two big swords from behind and jumped directly from the city wall. When he landed, there was a wave of air around Wang Ran. This is the aura of an absolute powerhouse. No, hurry up and inject. Zack, the corpse king who led the team, quickly ordered. At the same time, the other two corpse emperors looked at each other and charged towards Wang Ran at the same time. They wanted to kill Wang Ran. Even if you can't kill it, it's good to delay a little time for the zombies to complete the injection. Puchi puchi. Wang Ran swung two big swords, and directly cut the heads of the two corpse emperors to the sky. They didn't get any time. Zack on the side saw this scene, and his legs trembled with fright. The strength of the two corpse emperors just now was on par with him. Killed like that? This man is too scary. How to fight this? Just run away. You stop him. Zack turned his head and ran. What kind of dragon gods and missions, they're all shit. Only surviving is the most important thing. Zack didn't run a few steps, and suddenly felt a cold in his chest. He shook his head and looked down, a big sword showing a section in his chest. Ah, am I going to die? Zack wanted to cry a little. Before he could cry, he fell to the ground. Not far away, Wang Ran held a big sword in both hands, frantically harvesting the heads of zombies. Most of the zombies were cut into several pieces before they could inject the medicine. Wang Ran killed all the way, came to Zack's body, stretched out his hand and pulled out the big sword. This time, with two swords in hand, Wang Ran's efficiency in killing zombies improved again. The surrounding zombies fell in pieces. Roar! Hundreds of zombies who had been injected with the potion finally entered a state of rampage. Now they only have the word kill in their minds. They rushed towards Wang Ran desperately. Wang Ran smiled. This is too easy, the runaway zombies have no idea of escaping, and will only take the initiative to send them. Wang Ran wielded two big swords, playing the fruit ninja to deal with the zombies that came up. A few minutes later, a mountain of corpses had piled up under Wang Ran's feet. The assault team of 1,000 zombies will be wiped out. Next, it's time to deal with the Lord. Wang Ran looked at Zhao Qi's direction. It's a pity that Yang Qi's dust and blood mist are everywhere around the battlefield, and Wang Ran can't see Zhao Qi. Of course, Zhao Qi didn't know what happened here. If he knew, it is estimated that he would choose to escape as soon as possible. Hey, upstairs! Help me drop the balance bike! Wang Ran shouted towards the city wall. Good boss! The awakened on the city wall did not dare to neglect, and quickly tied the balance car to the rope and put down the city wall. The whole process of Wang Ran slaughtering these 1,000 zombies just now was watched by the people above. The boss is really, so handsome. So handsome that they all want to change their orientation. It's a pity, the boss only likes women. Naturally, Wang Ran didn't know what his little brothers were thinking about. After getting on the balance bike, Wang Ran rode in the direction of Zhao Qi. Along the way, there are corpses and large and small pits everywhere. However, Wang Ran's ability to control his body has reached the extreme. On this kind of road, he can still keep the balance car moving steadily. Soon, Wang Ran broke through the dust and mist and came to Zhao Qi. Wang Ran. Zhao Qi suddenly stood up. He did not expect that he would be able to face Wang Ran so quickly. Of course, Zhao Qi still had a little bit of fear in his heart. After all, he had seen Wang Ran's previous strength. However, after the perfect fusion of the ancient virus, Zhao Qi's strength has also improved a lot. Coupled with the reconciliation with the female corpse emperor day and night, Zhao Qi now has a lot of confidence. Seeing that Wang Ran was covered in blood and the two big swords in his hand were pitted, Zhao Qi knew that Wang Ran must have experienced a hard battle just now. The reason why Wang Ran rushed in front of him despite the danger must have been at the end of the battle, and he wanted to kill himself to save the defeat. Thinking of this, Zhao Qi felt more at ease. Wang Ran. I was originally the pride of the north, and it's all your fault. If it weren't for you, I would have taken Linchuang long ago. However, I have to thank you too. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have such great power and power. For the sake of getting acquainted with everyone, I will let up to 100 younger brothers kill you again, ha 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 ha. Zhao Qi raised his head and laughed as he spoke. Wang Ran sighed, why does the villain always talk so much? When I used to watch dramas, I could beep for half an episode just by beeping, not to mention reading novels, and playing 3 or 4 chapters in one game. Wang Ran despised this kind of behavior. Murder should be simple and straightforward. Wang Ran threw the 2 big swords that were about to be scrapped aside and charged towards Zhao Qi on a balance bike. No more weapons. Are you giving up your resistance? Zhao Qi smiled and rushed towards Wang Ran. The distance between the two is getting closer. Just when the 2 fists were about to slam together, Wang Ran's body suddenly became short. The balance car did not slow down, but still charged forward with Wang Ran. Zhao Qi? This punch lowered the height and hit Zhao Qi's egg directly. Zhao Qi only felt cold in his crotch, as if something was broken. Lying trough mud. Zhao Qi couldn't care about the severe pain in his body, he only felt a tightness in his chest. This is a life and death duel. Wang Ran, you are so unreasonable. Does anyone use a balance bike to shovel while fighting? A little too much, hey. Zhao Qi endured the severe pain and turned around, glaring at Wang Ran. His most precious thing was destroyed by Wang Ran, the new hatred and the old hatred were added together, and he wanted Wang Ran to die in the most painful way in order to relieve the hatred in his heart. At this time, Wang Ran seemed to be enjoying the operation of the balance car, spinning around in circles leisurely. I'm going to tear you apart. Zhao Qi was enraged, he stretched out his claws and rushed towards Wang Ran. Just when Zhao Qi was about to rush in front of Wang Ran suddenly jumped back. Zhao Qi's legs had already stepped out, but he couldn't take them back, so he stepped on the balance bike. Thump! Zhao Qi fell directly in front of Wang Ran, his pouted, and his posture was somewhat intriguing. Nima! Zhao Qi's sharp claws made a few deep scratches directly on the ground. He has never been so humiliated since he gained power. And in front of the enemy Wang Ran. He can't take it anymore. Zhao Qi blushed, took out a potion from his pocket, and stuck it on his butt. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 402. Although this medicine can greatly increase one's strength in a short period of time, it also has strong side effects. But at this time, Zhao Qi couldn't care so much. Suffer to death. Wang Ran. Zhao Qi, who was lying on the ground, suddenly burst out and scratched his paw towards Wang Ran's chest. Wang Ran didn't dodge, but slapped his face calmly. Snapped. Zhao Qi was slapped directly on the ground by the slap. Yo, the strength is still good. Wang Ran sighed. If he were a normal corpse emperor, his head would have been smashed by a slap. Zhao Qi, who was lying on the ground, was shocked and motionless. Why? Why is this? He was already so strong, and he was injected with medicine, why was Wang Ran slapped on the ground with a slap? How strong is Wang Ran? Zhao Qi has completely lost his fighting spirit. Don't have to fight, really don't have to fight. Wang Ran picked up the broken sword on the side and stepped on Zhao Qi's back. Any last words? Wang Ran asked indifferently. I just have one question, how on earth did you become so strong? Zhao Qi had given up his resistance and just wanted to know this. If you want to become stronger, then you can't find female zombies, you have to find male zombies. Wang Ran flickered. Ah. That's what it is. Zhao Qi regretted that he had hundreds of thousands of male zombies in his hand, but he didn't even try it. What a pity. Wang Ran stabbed Zhao Qi's heart from behind. Zhao Qi, the dragon god, breathed his last breath. Wang Ran looked at the balance bike that was trampled on the ground and sighed. It looks like I can only go back, hey. Wang Ran picked up Zhao Qi's body with a big sword and walked towards the city wall. On the battlefield of the city wall, the corpses piled up higher and higher. The two sides were still tug of war there. However, it can be clearly seen that the morale of the zombie side is not as high as before. On the other hand, the defenders did not seem to have that much strength. Both sides killed a little numb. Wang Ran carried Zhao Qi's body and came to the rear of the zombie army. On the city wall, the sharp-eyed Wu Jiangguo saw Wang Ran at a glance. The boss was beheaded successfully. Wu Jiangguo shouted. The defenders were instantly refreshed. The boss is indeed the boss. The boss is mighty. The boss is mighty. Master Satan is mighty. All the defenders roared in excitement. All the zombies who were still attacking looked back. Their Lord Dragon God is being pierced through his body by a large sword, and is being picked on the shoulders of a human. Is the Dragon God really dead? The morale of the zombies, which was not very high, collapsed in an instant. They stopped moving forward one after another, wanting to see if there were high-level zombies coming out to lead the team in the next situation. The few corpse emperors who were hiding in the corpse and paddling in the water were about to cry. They dare not come out. I thought it would be easy for this human boss to kill the corpse emperor, but who would have thought that he could kill even the dragon god? Wang Ran carried Zhao Qi's body and walked slowly towards the city wall. Passing by, like Moses dividing the sea, all the zombies gave way. No zombie would be stupid enough to attack Wang Ran. Wang Ran followed the corpse mountain to the city wall step by step, and inserted the big sword into the city wall. Zhao Qi's body was nailed to the city wall. Lord Dragon God is dead, everyone, run. I don't know who shouted among the zombies. All the zombies were stunned for a while, and then they turned their heads and ran away like crazy. Hundreds of thousands of zombies, and now only half of them have been killed. They used both hands and feet to quickly roll down the mountain of corpses and flee to the west without looking back. On the way to flee, is inevitable, but no one cares about things like order. Survival is the most important thing. The zombies fled to the west, and the scene was very spectacular. Wang Ran walked up to the city wall. Thanks for your hard work. Wang Ran patted a young soldier on the shoulder. The young warrior had broken several ribs in the fight, but he didn't step back. With Wang Ran's shot, the young soldier burst into tears. Boss. The young warrior wiped away his tears and trembled slightly. It's hard work, hard work. As Wang Ran walked, he patted them one by one. These awakened people and zombies have shown their loyalty to N City in this battle, and they are worthy of Wang Ran's hard work. However, there were so many people that Wang Ran couldn't take pictures of them all. In the end, Wang Ran could only hold the megaphone and thank everyone loudly. Boss, the battle damage statistics have come out. Wu Jiangguo ran to Wang Ran's side. This time, we killed 525 people and killed 1,214 zombies. There are more than 10,000 injured. 80% of mechanical exoskeletons are scrapped and cannot be repaired. Almost depleted of ammunition. Wu Jiangguo reported. This battle, the loss is indeed quite large. However, An City finally defended. All the dead, well buried. If they have family members, give them double the supplies for a year as a pension. Others involved in combat and logistics will be rewarded with double supplies for 1 month. If you are injured, arrange for Shi Yao's research medicine as soon as possible. Wang Ran arranged them one by one. The therapeutic agent is the latest product that Lu Shiyao's laboratory has fiddled with. It is based on Wang Ran's blood and nutrient solution. Although the therapeutic effect is only a fraction of Wang Ran's blood, the advantage is that it can be mass-produced. Otherwise, these 10,000 wounded depended on Wang Ran's blood, so he would have to pump adults at least 100 times. Owner. Uncle. The girls also gathered around Wang Ran. Wang Ran nodded. Fortunately, there were not too many people. Master, this time we are all injured and need proper treatment. Yes, yes, I seem to be injured internally. My wound is also in the body. The girls chattered. Their meaning is obvious, they need Wang Ran to give them good healing, especially internal injuries. Boss, my stomach hurts a little bit, and I seem to have internal injuries too. Zhu Ming, who was not aware of the situation, also interjected. Go. 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 Why are you joining in the fun? Go to the logistics and collect the healing potion yourself. Wu Jiangguo directly pulled Zhu Ming away. Okay, you all go back first, I have to continue to patrol. Wang Ran said to the girls. The girls nodded obediently. They knew that the welfare at night would definitely not be able to run away, so they took a helicopter and drove to Donghu Island in a happy mood. Wang Ran continued to patrol the logistics area, and a figure caught his attention. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 403. Wu Liang skillfully commanded the logistics staff on the scene. From the placement of the wounded to the deployment of supplies, he handled everything in an orderly manner. The logistics staff around him were also very convinced of his arrangement. During this period of time, although Wu Liang lost his combat effectiveness, he quickly became an excellent management talent among the survivors with his experience as a special agent. After living here for a while, Wu Liang gradually fell in love with the life here. In the apocalypse, it is indeed very rare to have such a quiet and peaceful living environment. Relying on his personal charm, Wu Liang started a family here, found a fairly young and beautiful wife, and adopted a 5-year-old orphan. This kind of life made him feel a rare warmth. This time, the large-scale invasion of the corpse tide made Wu Liang a little worried. He was afraid that his peaceful and beautiful life here would be disrupted. Although he has no combat ability, he also gave full play to his logistical strength and managed the rear areas he was responsible for in an orderly manner. As for the purpose of coming to N City, he had already thrown it aside. Young man, well done. Wang Ran came to Wu Liang and patted him on the shoulder. Wu Liang was shocked. This is, the boss of N City, Wang Ran. As a special agent sent by the company, Wu Liang knew that Wang Ran was the target that the company tried to get rid of. However, Wu Liang's mentality is completely different now. He has adapted to life here. Company mission? Has nothing to do with him anymore. Thank you, boss. Wu Liang nodded in response to Wang Ran. As soon as the sentence came out, it also showed that he had completely cut off from the past. Wang Ran continued to wander around the scene for a while, giving the logistics staff and the injured great encouragement. Seeing that it was almost time, Wang Ran drove his Tesla to Donghu Island. There are still more than a dozen wounded who need to get their own injections. On the way, Wang Ran turned on the autopilot and called Baidu. Hey, I'm Wang Ran. The phone got through quickly. Wang Ran. How is your situation over there? It was Lin Chuang who answered the phone, and she was very excited to hear Wang Ran's voice. Oh, just got it done. The leader of the enemy is Zhao Qi, and that guy has already been killed by me. Half of the zombies were killed by us, and the remaining half escaped. I guess they should flee back to Curry country. Anyway, they will definitely not dare to harass them again in a short time. Wang Ran said it very easily. What? Is that Zhao Qi? I said, how did the corpse tide come to Baidu and An City? Lin Chuang couldn't help cursing. By the way, how is your northern capital? Wang Ran asked. Ah, we have a tough fight here. The fifth ring has been lost just now, and we are now back to the fourth ring. But the fourth ring should be able to hold. Don't say it, I have to kill that corpse emperor. Lin Chuang hung up the phone. Wang Ran smiled. Lin Chuang's strength, he was quite relieved. There are Lin Chuang and Lin Lai in the north, and there are more popular mechanical exoskeletons. It should be no problem to hold them. Soon, Wang Ran returned to the island. Today's East Lake Island, all the children have been arranged to go camping in the East Lake Villa area. The island is full of girls waiting to be fed. As soon as Wang Ran got out of the car, Su Xiao and Lin Momo set them up and threw them into the villa. In the villa, the girls are too lazy to wear clothes, and basically they are done with 3 band-aids. Wang Ran took a deep breath. This is the real fight. The battle continued from day to night, and then to dawn again. In order to save effort, Wang Ran even put on the S-class mechanical exoskeleton. I have to say that the mechanical exoskeleton is quite useful in terms of labor saving, and there is even an automatic vibration mode, which is very easy to use. The girls are very satisfied. Wang Ran got up from the crowd and got dressed. Although the battle was won, Wang Ran always felt that something was wrong. In this corpse-tide attack, the company only provided so many thousand potions. It's not like their behavior. With the hatred everyone forged before, it is impossible for them not to take this good opportunity to kill themselves. The company definitely has a backup. Absolutely not to be taken lightly. Wang Ran took a piece of bread at random, and solved the breakfast with the fresh milk that Lin Momo squeezed last night. Afterwards, Wang Ran drove to the East Lake Villa area. As soon as he entered, Wang Ran heard the laughter of the children. Ah! Uncle Wang Ran, you are here. They all said that you can't walk today. I feel that you are in good health. A child came up and said. Who said I couldn't walk? Wang Ran quickly retracted the foul language. An uncle named Zhu Ming. He said, let us stay here for a few more days, otherwise it will disturb your good things. Uncle Wang Ran, what are you doing behind our backs secretly? We should do it too. The child said innocently. Children, don't ask so much. Wang Ran's face twitched. Zhu Ming, he talks a lot. Boss. Why did you come so early? Wu Jiangguo greeted him. I just wanted to remind you. Although this battle is won, it must not be taken lightly. I always feel like there are people out there trying to do things. Anyway, let's resume the operation of the posts as soon as possible. Wang Ran reminded. Understood, boss. I'll make arrangements. Wu Jiangguo nodded. Boss. Someone wants to see you. Say there is something very important to report. Zhu Ming shouted and ran over. Wang Ran first glared at Zhu Ming, who was a little nervous. Did you offend the boss yourself? I don't seem to have. Bring someone here. Wang Ran said. Zhu Ming nodded and ran away immediately. Not long after, Zhu Ming walked over with a man. Wang Ran looked at it, and always felt a little familiar, as if he had seen it yesterday. What? It's that good team leader in logistics management. What's it called? It seems to be Wu Liang. Wu Liang walked in front of Wang Ran with a solemn expression. It can be seen that he has some very important things to tell Wang Ran. It's okay, just say anything, don't worry about it. Wang Ran said with a smile. Zhu Ming nodded. Boss, actually. I'm an undercover agent sent by the company. Wu Liang directly shook out his identity. What? Are you from the company? Zhu Ming took out the dagger directly and placed it on Wu Liang's chest. As one of Wang Ran's early younger brothers, Zhu Ming knew the company quite well. The people of the company are definitely not at ease. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 404. Zhu Ming, calm down. Wang Ran pushed aside Zhu Ming's dagger. Boss, he is from the company. Zhu Ming was still a little nervous. If he has any bad thoughts, will he reveal his identity? Listen to him first. Wang Ran was very calm. Zhu Ming nodded and put away the dagger. Wu Liang took a deep breath and began to explain. In the beginning, I mixed into N City with a few other agents. They are more unlucky. They died not long after they arrived. I survived alone. Over time, I found that I have fallen in love with the life here and built a family. After this defensive battle, I am more certain that I belong here. I don't want to hide it anymore, so I decided to come to the boss to confess. Wu Liang was very sincere. I think, when you come to me, you should not just confess. If you just confessed, you wouldn't be in such a hurry. Wang Ran smiled. He always felt that Wu Liang had something important to say. The boss is the boss, I can't hide anything from you. Our company has a secret radio band, and I actually received a message last night. I tried to get back to them and got some messages. The company intends to put 100 ancient tyrants into our N city tonight. This tyrant is the company's secret weapon. Coupled with the ancient virus, its strength is quite terrifying. I estimate that the combat power of the individual can be close to the corpse emperor. They estimate that N city can survive the corpse tide for a day or two, and when the tyrant is released, they can directly destroy N city. Boss, this can't be avoided. Wu Liang reminded. 100 tyrants close to the strength of the corpse emperor. Boss, there should be no more than 20 corpse emperors in our N city. This number, if it was a sneak attack, it would be difficult to get it. Wu Jiangguo frowned. Your secret frequency band can communicate in both directions, right? Wang Ran asked. Yes, they were very happy when they learned that I had successfully infiltrated N city. They also asked me to give the coordinates of some important places where they intend to place the ancient tyrants. I made the excuse that I still need to inquire, and I will reply to them later. Wu Liang replied. Oh, that's interesting. Wang Ran suddenly smiled meaningfully. If these tyrants are randomly placed in N city, it is really difficult to deal with. They will definitely wreak havoc on N city before killing them all. But what Wu Liang said just now gave Wang Ran an interesting idea. Well, you go back and tell them that our research institute in N city is built in the city gymnasium. Let them put ancient tyrants in the gym. I have destroyed so many laboratories and research institutes in the company. I believe they will not be able to swallow this breath. Wang Ran said with a smile. Understood, boss. Wu Liang nodded. Hey, boss. Our research institute isn't in the gym either. Zhu Ming looked at a loss. What a brain you are. Boss, this is setting a trap for the other party. Where did you really tell the other party the coordinates of the research institute? Wu Jiangguo patted the back of Zhu Ming's head. This guy, Zhu Ming, has been with him for so long, but he is still so clueless. I see. Zhu Ming suddenly realized. The boss is the boss, it's really old Yin Bi. Jiangguo, send someone to the football field to arrange it. Everything is blocked, don't let them escape. Also, go to Shiyao to apply for some virus-busting bullets, and set up sniper spots around the football field. Wang Ran ordered. This kind of virus nemesis bullet is extracted from the black beetle, the output is limited, and it is not used in the defensive battle against the corpse tide. However, to deal with this number of tyrants, it can come in handy. Understood, boss. I'll make arrangements right away. Wu Jiangguo nodded and took Zhu Ming to work. After the two left, Wu Liang seemed to have something to say. "There's no one here, just say something if you have something to say," Wang Ran said. "Boss, after all, I used to be a member of the company, you really don't mind if I stay here?" Wu Liang asked. "This company used to be my wife's family. In this way, you can also be regarded as an employee of my wife's family," Wang Ran said with a smile. "Ah, this. You have so many wives, what did you say?" Wu Liang was a little confused. "Tang Tang, her father Tang Yan, her grandfather, anyway, the one who founded your company," Wang Ran explained. "Ah, it turned out to be Dr. Tang's granddaughter. When Dr. Tang was here, our company was quite serious. The salary is high and the benefits are good. Who would have thought that it would be like this?" Wu Liang sighed. "If the doomsday doesn't come, they, the company agents, don't live their lives too casually. Ah yes. There's one thing I'm not sure about yet, but I still have to tell you, boss. The company has been asking around the world for the coordinates of all survivor cities and vital facilities. I doubt. Companies may be close to mastering the weapons of long-range strikes." Wu Liang's expression was a little solemn. "If they really have mastered it, then An City should have been attacked by them. I guess they haven't quite done it yet. Looks like I have to go to their North American base. Things like intercontinental missiles are still pretty crap." Wang Ran frowned slightly. With the deep hatred between the company and himself, once the intercontinental missile is secured, the first one to hit is definitely his own Donghu Island. This can't be done, it has to be stopped. After finishing the 100 children tonight, I will have to go to North America to solve this hidden danger. Okay, you go back to rest first. I heard that you started a family, right? Go to Momo's place to apply for a set of cosmetics and luxury bags, and take them to your wife. In terms of materials, I will reward you with one more material. Work hard, and City needs talents like you." Wang Ran patted Wu Liang on the shoulder. "Thank you, boss." Wu Liang's eyes were a little wet. Wang Ran did not despise his identity and gave him such high recognition. More importantly, Wang Ran actually gave him a set of cosmetics and luxury bags. His wife will be very happy tonight and unlock some new poses. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 405. Wang Ran returned to Donghu Island. The girls are all up and busy preparing lunch. Seeing Wang Ran come back, they all showed shy expressions. Last night, they all received intensive treatment from Wang Ran. The trauma and internal injuries are almost healed, and the strength has also improved a bit. If only this kind of event could come every night. "Master, is there any event tonight?" The little manager Lin Momo stepped forward and asked. The other girls also waited expectantly for Wang Ran's answer. "The event, there really is. But not what you think. Tonight, Momo, Xiao, Tang Tang, come with me for 3 nights." Wang Ran nodded. The opponent is close to the Corpse Emperor's combat power, and there are a lot of them, other girls are easily injured. If he was injured, Wang Ran would have to heal, that would be too troublesome. The faces of the 3 whose names were named showed joy. The other girls looked sad. This is serious activity. Don't think about it. Wang Ran sighed. Look, master, the stock is gone. You went out at night. We didn't have a drink we wanted. How uncomfortable it is. Wu Jiaxin beat his long legs. Last night, I did too much, and it was a little sour. Ask Shi Yao, is there any more medicine left? I heard that drinking that stuff has some effect. Wang Ran said helplessly. Lu Shiyao was stunned. Can you do this? This is not the purpose of researching therapeutic agents yourself. But think about it, it seems that you can really get addicted. Or, and further research in this direction? After a simple lunch, Wang Ran brought 3 girls and went to the football field to investigate the venue in advance, so as to prepare for the ambush at night. A large transport plane flies in the dark. In the cabin, 100 ancient tyrants sat there neatly like cargo. In front of them was a strong black man who was the temporary field captain of the operation, Curry. For a raid like this, Tang Jun still didn't dare to come by himself, so he appointed this Curry. Originally, Curry did not dare to take the high-risk occupation of field captain. However, Tang Jun said that he was the temporary captain this time, and he would be dismissed when the task was completed, and Curry reluctantly accepted it. Plus, there are their undercover agents in An City. The thought of going undercover made Curry feel more at ease. The undercover agent was the top agent in the company. He has been in An City for a while, and he should have a very in-depth understanding of the situation in An City. This time, he also provided the coordinates of the An City Research Institute, and he would light a lamp there to provide himself with a specific location. The boss has said that the Research Institute must be destroyed, otherwise it will not be able to swallow this breath. The operation to destroy An City starts from the Research Institute. Soon, the transport plane entered the city of N. Tisk tisk tisk, the cities in China are really backward, and it's pitch black at night without even a single light. It's not like our Las Vegas, it's brightly lit at night. Curry smiled disdainfully. Following the coordinates given by Wu Liang, the plane arrived near the football field. It didn't take long for Curry to see a red light lit below. That's right, that should be the signal given by the undercover Wu Liang. Come down. Curry ordered. The transporter circled and lowered its height. When the altitude of the plane dropped to tens of meters, it just crossed over the stadium. The cabin door opened, and Curry jumped directly with 100 ancient tyrants. At this height, they can't use a parachute at all in terms of their strength. Boom boom boom. The ancient tyrant smashed to the ground with a heavy sound, and even the ground shook slightly. Curry stood up and looked around, feeling something was wrong. Here, it doesn't look like a research institute at all, it's more like a football field. Could it be that the institute is built underground? Just when Curry was wondering, all the searchlights in the football field suddenly turned on. The entire stadium was instantly illuminated. Not good. Curry was nervous. It looks like a trap. However, when Curry looked at the 100 imposing ancient tyrants around him, he felt a little more confident. You must know that tyrants are the most suitable zombie form for killing. Now with the addition of the ancient virus, the strength of a single tyrant is very close to the Corpse Emperor. 100 Corpse Emperor level combat power is here, and even traps can be killed. In the player tunnel, Wang Ran walked out with 3 small followers. All 3 wore S-class mechanical exoskeletons. Tang Tang held a big axe in his hand, and Wang Ran changed 2 new big swords. You are, Wang Ran. Curry was shocked. As the company's temporary field captain, of course he knows who Wang Ran is. Boss Tang Jun let it go, whoever can kill Wang Ran can take the position of the company's second-in-command. Curry looked at Wang Ran, and then at the ancient tyrants around him, and ambition began to flicker in his eyes. Although this is a trap, it is not necessarily who will kill who. Come on, kill more than anyone. Whoever kills the most, I'll take her on a business trip to North America. Wang Ran ignored Curry and said with a smile to the little followers around him. Really? When the little followers heard this, their eyes instantly lit up. Is there such a benefit? It takes hard work. The 3 little followers rushed towards the ancient tyrants with red eyes. Go. Kill them all. Curry shouted and directed the ancient tyrants to kill Wang Ran and others. The 2 sides soon fought together. Because of Wang Ran's reward, the 3 little valets all gave their best. At such a time, it is not only necessary to kill the enemy, but also to kill efficiently. After all, there are only 100 tyrants in total. If you start slowly, you will be gone. Suzuo stretched out her sharp claws and punched an oncoming tyrant directly. The tyrant's arm was instantly fractured. Before the tyrant could feel the pain, Suzuo had already stepped forward, and the sharp claws swept across the tyrant's neck, sending his head flying into the sky. In front of Lin Momo, several tyrants stared wide-eyed, watching their sharp claws inserted into their head. Tang Tang is more efficient to kill, the big axe swept through, and there were broken limbs everywhere. Hey! I killed this! Suzuo's sharp claws protruded from the chest of an ancient tyrant, holding a heart in his hand. He wasn't dead when you put your hand in. I cut off his head first. Tang Tang said unconvinced. Forget it, forget this for you. Suzuo knew that arguing would only reduce her efficiency, so she continued to rush towards the next tyrant without looking back. Suddenly thought that today is the beginning of the month, ask for a monthly pass, and I don't know if there is any hope of entering the monthly pass list. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 406. In a blink of an eye, most of the 100 tyrant zombies were killed. The remaining tyrant zombies began to flee everywhere. Wang Ran's 3 valets started hunting, and the entire football field turned into a Shura field. Curry in the middle of the field was already full of fear at this time. The ancient tyrant who was so powerful was actually killed by them like a chicken. This, sure is a trap. It's a pity that the transport plane has long since flown away, and now Curry can't run if he wants to. As the last few tyrants were brutally dealt with by Wang Ran's little followers, the killing finally ended. In the entire stadium, apart from Wang Ran and his 3 little followers, there was only Curry left alone. Master, I only killed 29. Lin Momo looked a little lost. The more she uses her abilities, the slower she kills. No way, some tyrants were killed by Suzuo and Lin Momo as soon as she took control. I killed 35. Suzuo broke his paws and counted it. Haha, I killed 36 and I won. Tang Tang jumped up happily. No, no. I gave you that one just now. It should be 1.5. Suzuo stomped her feet. Just now, I was red-eyed, and it was too casual to give up. This head is related to whether he can follow Wang Ran on a business trip. It is very important and must be fought. Uncle. What do you say? Tang Tang looked at Wang Ran. Suzuo also looked over. Since we can't tell the difference, let's make 1.5. However, this time I can only take one person on a business trip. Negotiate it yourself. Wang Ran shrugged. In this case, both of them are 35.5, and they are tied. Suzuo and Tang Tang suddenly looked at Curry in the middle of the court at the same time. Isn't there a head? Curry suddenly felt cold behind his back, these 2 women looked so scary. The next moment, Suzuo and Tang Tang rushed towards Curry. Suzuo's speed is a few points faster than Tang Tang, and he is about to succeed. Tang Tang gritted his teeth and threw the big axe directly. The axe spun a few times in the air, and it hit Curry right in the forehead. Suzuo's sharp claws stabbed Curry in the heart half a second later. Curry was killed before he could say a word of forgiveness. Yeah. I won. Tang Tang jumped up excitedly. She finally won the benefit of traveling with Wang Ran. Suzuo became the same as Lin Momo, with a depressed face. Okay, okay, I'll give you a little benefit on the way back. Wang Ran sighed. It's a pity, my strength is so strong, but there are only so many people, I can't cope with so many people. If only there were as many roots as the little sea monster. Jiangguo, come out and clean up. Wang Ran shouted at Wu Jiangguo, who had set up a sniper position in the stands. Soon, Wu Jiangguo brought his younger brothers to the middle of the football field. The turf here has been blood-stained red and green. Send the corpses of these tyrants to Shi Yao's laboratory. Then let them come over to kill the virus. Wang Ran ordered. Good boss. Leave this to us, and you can go. Wu Jiangguo said very wisely. Busy? Is there any danger left unresolved? Zhu Ming asked in a daze. Why are you so blind? Will you die if you say a few words less? Wu Jiangguo glared at Zhu Ming. Zhu Ming shrank his neck instantly. Did he say something wrong again? The boys started to get busy. Wang Ran got into the car with the little followers. Because Tang Tang could follow Wang Ran on business trips, he automatically assumed the driver's job, while Wang Ran took Su Xiao and Lin Momo tossing around in the back seat. After returning to the island, Wang Ran received a call from Baidu. Comrade Wang Ran, I'm Lin Lai. The wave of corpses in the northern capital has finally been defended. Lin Lai's voice was a little tired, and it seemed that he had basically not rested in the past few days. Not bad, Baidu's strength is not bad. Wang Ran said with a smile. What you said? I still can't compare to you guys. The battle is over in half a day. And I heard that the main force of this corpse tide is basically in your N city. Look at our northern capital, the fifth ring was lost in the first wave of impact. Fortunately, the city walls of the fourth ring were reinforced with new technology, otherwise the interior of the northern capital would be dangerous. Lin Lai said with a sigh. However, this time, her daughter Lin Shuang performed brilliantly in the battle. Wearing an S-class mecha, she killed 2 corpse emperors and killed more than a dozen red-eyed zombies, making a great contribution. Throwing her daughter to Wang Ran's side was indeed a very wise choice. Lin Lai looked at the female soldier awakened squad of hundreds of people in Baidu, and suddenly had an idea. By the way, I heard something today. That puppy company is cracking the long-range strike system in North America, and it is estimated that it is about to succeed. And, they're still tinkering with nuclear warheads. If this allows them to succeed, China will be in danger. I'm going to go to North America tomorrow to sort this out. Wang Ran said. Long-range strike, nuclear warhead. It does have to be controlled. Comrade Wang Ran, this matter is really resolved. Here in Baidu, do you need any help from us? Should we send some agents over to help you? Lin Lai asked. No need, too many people will get in the way. If you really want to help me, then produce more exoskeletons and send them to me. Wang Ran said with a smile. Walking. The tide of corpses has receded, and the pressure has eased all of a sudden. I'll send you some more during this time. Hey, Lin Shuang, I haven't finished speaking yet. Hey. Wang Ran. Lin Shuang snatched Lin Lai's phone. Lin Shuang, I heard that you played well in battle. Wang Ran said with a smile. Oh, those zombies are too weak to compare with you. When I'm done helping Bai to take care of the aftermath, I'll go look for you. There was a hint of anticipation in Lin Shuang's voice. Then you may have to stay a while longer. I'm going on a business trip to North America tomorrow. Wang Ran explained. Or, I go directly to North America to find you. I'm an agent anyway, so I should be able to help you. Lin Shuang thought about it for a while. Also. Then I'll wait for you in Las Vegas. You come alone, pay attention to safety. Wang Ran reminded. Well. Then we'll see you then. Lin Shuang's voice became very pleasant. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 407. Early in the morning, Wang Ran took Tang Tang into the car under the reluctant eyes of the girls. This time, Wang Ran planned to go to the airport to fly. After all, North America is a little far away, and it takes 10 days to travel by sea. Not only can the little sea monster not be able to bear it, but Wang Ran may not be able to bear it either. The car drove to the airport, and Wang Ran and Tang Tang chose a private plane with a decent battery life and climbed up. After this period of training and the edification of flight simulation games, Tang Tang has made a lot of progress in flying airplanes. Controlling this not so complicated private jet is fairly easy. Soon, the plane overran the runway and headed east. The flight process is boring and long. Tang Tang couldn't sit still. Looking at the clouds outside the window, Tang Tang missed the experience of hanging under the helicopter before. "Uncle, I have an idea," Tang Tang said with a bad smile. "Please dismiss your thoughts. If the plane crashes, we won't die if we fall, but we'll be stuck in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It would take me a long time just to swim back. Besides, it's still the most important thing to do right now." Wang Ran decisively snuffed out the signs of Tang Tang. Tang Tang sighed and had to continue to control the plane honestly. After a period of flying, the plane finally saw the coastline not far away. "Tang Tang, directly lower the height and let the plane fall into the sea. This distance, let's swim over and try not to attract others' attention," Wang Ran ordered. Tang Tang nodded and began to control the plane to lower the altitude. When the plane began to rush towards the sea, Wang Ran hugged Tang Tang, kicked open the hatch, and jumped straight down. The plane hit the sea directly and shattered into many pieces. Wang Ran and Tang Tang swam to the coast. "Uncle, where are we now?" Tang Tang asked with a wet ponytail. "Probably Los Angeles. It's only a few hundred kilometers from here to Las Vegas. Let's find a place to change clothes first, and then get a car." Wang Ran brought Tang Tang ashore. It is estimated to be a tourist beach in Los Angeles, with umbrellas, ice cream trucks and other things everywhere. When the two stepped on the beach, several zombies suddenly jumped out of the sand. I don't know if they got in on their own or were buried here. "Uncle, I'm coming." Tang Tang picked up a folding chair, and it turned out to be a hammer. These zombies are weak, and they were soon shot into the sand by Tang Tang again. The zombies in the United States are very weak. Tang Tang lost the folding chair and clapped the sand on his hands. "Where did you say zombies are not weak to you?" Wang Ran smiled. "Makes sense. I didn't expect that I would become so powerful." "Thank you, uncle." Tang Tang hugged Wang Ran's arm, and the double airbags tightly clamped Wang Ran. Okay, I'll try to find Tesla later, okay." Wang Ran sighed. These girls really took the opportunity to squeeze themselves. I don't know if they are for happiness or to improve their strength. In other words, you can be happier after improving your strength. The two walked out of the beach and found a nearby hotel. The lobby of the hotel was full of dried and blackened bloodstains, and it seemed that a tragic fight had taken place here before. Wang Ran took Tang Tang and kicked open the hotel door one by one. Finally, the two found several suitcases in a room. There are clothes suitable for both of them in the box. Tang Tang didn't care about anything, and changed his clothes in front of Wang Ran. "Oh, there are thongs here. Do you like it, uncle? I'll wear it for you. Wow, and cattail plugs. The whip, the vibrator, the handcuffs. The owner of this box is very good at playing." Tang Tang's face turned red. She likes to try all kinds of new ways to play. "Okay, get dressed now. Now is not the time to think about that. When the task is completed, I will play with you for a day and then go back," Wang Ran urged. Uncle, help me get dressed." Tang Tang handed a large bra to Wang Ran, then raised his arms. This European and American size is just right for the well-developed Tang Tang. Wang Ran suppressed the little restlessness in his heart and helped Tang Tang get dressed. The two went downstairs hand in hand. As soon as they came to the hotel lobby, Wang Ran and Tang Tang stopped at the same time. They all heard movement beside them. Come out. Wang Ran turned to the pillar in the hotel lobby and said. After a while, two little boys in ragged clothes emerged from behind the pillar. They looked very emaciated and their faces were poor. You two are following us, what do you want to do? Wang Ran stared at them and asked. We are scavengers. The boss sent us out to find usable things to bring back. A little boy answered weakly. Our idea, you can't fight it? What are you doing, don't follow us. Wang Ran reminded. The two little boys looked at each other, bowed their heads and retracted behind the pillar. The two of them are the bottom survivors here. If they can't find something useful, the base won't let them in. They could only stay outside for the night, always on guard against zombie attacks. Uncle, they are very pitiful, do you want to help? Tang Tang asked softly. Help? How to help? Survivors like this are everywhere in the world, can we help? Let's go, everyone has their own destiny, you can't interfere too much. Wang Ran shrugged and said. Tang Tang nodded. The reason why Wang Ran has survived until now and made N City so powerful is because he believes in his own set of rules of conduct. Facts have proved that Wang Ran's set is very effective. Suddenly, a subtle voice caught the attention of Wang Ran and Tang Tang again. This time, there is also the smell of zombies. Not good. It's a predator. You hurry up and hide. A little boy shouted at Wang Ran, and immediately ran towards the restaurant with another little boy. Wang Ran was stunned. He is not afraid of zombies such as predators. However, Wang Ran was quite surprised that this little boy could remind himself when he was running for his life. Now that they have released their goodwill, Wang Ran can help them. Tang Tang, go follow those two little guys and protect them. Give me these zombies. Wang Ran said lightly. Tang Tang smiled and nodded, and ran in the direction of the two little boys. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 408. A gust of wind skipped. A predator pounced directly at Wang Ran's head. Wang Ran turned his body slightly, stretched out his hand and grabbed the predator's neck directly, threw him to the ground, and made up his feet before he got up. The predator's head was directly crushed by Wang Ran. The other half-jumped predator panicked and kept flapping in the air, trying to change its trajectory. But it's too late. He came to Wang Ran with a look of despair. Before he could land, Wang Ran threw a punch. The unlucky predator was punched directly in the chest by Wang Ran. Wang Ran shook off the flesh and blood on his hands and walked to the restaurant. In the restaurant, Tang Tang just killed a predator who was chasing after him. Uncle, I got it here. Tang Tang took the dusty tablecloth and wiped his hands. Well, let's go. We're in a hurry. Wang Ran greeted him. Helping to clean up these zombies by myself can be regarded as a return for the kindness of these two little boys. Tang Tang nodded, took Wang Ran's hand and followed Wang Ran towards the parking lot. Hundreds of cars are parked in the hotel parking lot. Wang Ran first saw a few Teslas, but unfortunately, they were all out of power. Also, this kind of abandoned hotel, no one will spend energy to build solar energy facilities. Oh, I hate it, do I have to drive a gasoline car? Tang Tang pouted. If you drive a petrol car, you can't be on the road. We may not even be able to drive a petrol car. After Wang Ran checked a few cars, he sighed. The fuel tanks of these cars are completely empty. In the hotel's parking lot, it is impossible that all cars without oil have been collected and taken away. If you don't have a car and go to Las Vegas for hundreds of kilometers, you will have to walk dead. Uncle, sister, are you looking for a car? Asked the two little boys who followed. Do you know where there are cars that can be driven? Wang Ran didn't care about the details of them calling their uncle and sister Tang Tang. The cars and gasoline here have been collected by us and handed over to the camp. Where there are cars around, they should have been collected. If you want to find gasoline, I guess you can only go to the camp to get something to change. A little boy explained. Is that so? Wang Ran understood how these two children survived during this period of time. Well, you take me to your camp. I'll go get some gas. Wang Ran said to the little boy. When the two little boys heard Wang Ran say this, their faces became embarrassed. Why, can't outsiders go to your camp? Tang Tang asked. No, we didn't find anything when we came out this time, we will be kicked out when we go back. A look of fear appeared on the faces of the two little boys. When you come out, what do you usually find to go back? Wang Ran asked. It's mostly food, but we usually sneak a little on our own. Other things, daily necessities, gold, gasoline, are all fine. A little boy answered. Gold. Is that enough? Wang Ran squeezed a small piece and stuffed it into the little boy's hand, about a dozen grams. Ah! It's gold. Enough is enough. We can meet today. The eyes of the two little boys suddenly lit up. If you take us to the camp and successfully change to gasoline, I can send you a little more. Wang Ran said with a smile. There are still dozens of tons of gold reserves in An City. Wang Ran can be said to be very rich. And I heard that the United States has a large amount of gold reserves. If it can, he. Under the leadership of the two little boys, Wang Ran and Tang Tang came to the outside of their camp. This place. Isn't it Staples Field? Home of the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking at the large building in front of him, Wang Ran couldn't help but sigh. This year, Anthony Davis joined the Lakers. The Lakers are very hopeful to win the championship. It's a pity. The end has come. Not to mention winning the championship, there is no chance to even watch the game. Uncle, this is it. Come with me. The two little boys brought Wang Ran and Tang Tang to an entrance of the arena. Near the entrance, several guards with guns are looking around, and it seems that the defense here is quite strict. Arden, Brooke, why did you two come back so early today? Who are these two people? A black man in a headscarf asked at the door. This is what we found today. A little boy handed the gold to the black man. The two of them we met on the road and they said they wanted a petrol change. The little boy explained. Gold? Yes, you two can eat meat tonight. Go ahead and I'll chat with them. The black man put away the gold and came to Wang Ran and Tang Tang. You want to change the gas? You know, gasoline is a rare commodity now. If your price is not in place, we are not interested in changing it with you. The black man said with a smile. 50 liters of gasoline, what price? Wang Ran asked indifferently. 50 liters. It has to be 20 kilograms of food, or 500 grams of gold. The black man thought about it. For a raw face like Wang Ran, he secretly raised the price a little. Oh, okay. Then change it? Wang Ran said lightly, it seemed that he didn't think it was expensive at all. Okay, give the money first, and I'll get the goods for you. There was a trace of greed in the black eyes. It's so happy to be able to promise, and it looks very rich. The black people began to figure out how to get Wang Ran to spit out more money. 500 grams, right, it's probably enough here. Wang Ran took out a gold nugget and threw it to the black man. The black man took the gold nugget and weighed it with the simple scale next to it. 522 grams. I also gave 22 grams more, and it really is a rich man. The black man muttered in his heart. Okay, just wait here. I'll go in and get petrol. The black man put the gold nugget in his pocket and walked into the arena. Uncle, I think this guy is snarky, will he steal our gold? Tang Tang asked. He's so dark, You can still see his eyes? You're amazing. We'll give him 10 minutes, if he's playing tricks. Then kill it? Wang Ran shrugged. Now Wang Ran is not afraid of bullets at all. Tang Tang's strength is also very strong, and ordinary pistols and rifles can't help her. If you really want to do something, do it. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu Da Cha Xiao. Chapter 409. Wang Ran and Tang Tang waited at the door for a while, and the black man seemed to have disappeared without any movement. Uncle, it looks like they want to swallow your gold. Tang Tang laughed. Sure enough, as expected, the black man with gold is gone forever. It looks like there is another chance to kill someone. Let's go, since someone wants to trick us, then we can't be too polite. Wang Ran took Tang Tang and walked directly to the gate of the arena. Before taking 2 steps, several guards with guns stepped forward to stop them. Stop. This is not a place you can enter casually. Don't blame me for not reminding you, if you move on, I'm welcome. One of the guards raised his gun slightly. Uncle, is this a provocation? Can I do it? Tang Tang ignored the guard and turned to look at Wang Ran and asked. These few people can be considered to be sticking to their posts, you should be gentle, don't kill them. Wang Ran said with a smile. Okay uncle. Tang Tang's mouth began to rise. You are too arrogant. We are awakened. One of them put down his gun and pulled out a dagger. In his opinion, using a gun is a bit of a waste of bullets. You 5, let's go together. Tang Tang moved his hands and feet and said lightly. Who do you look down on? The man directly stabbed the airbag of Tang Tang with the dagger. Tang Tang pulled out a leather whip from his waist. A quick lightning 5 whips. With the sound of pop, the 5 people were all knocked to the ground. Wang Ran looked at the whip, which seemed to be a prop in the hotel room. Unexpectedly, Tang Tang was actually brought on the body. Uncle, let's go. Tang Tang held a small leather whip and walked forward with his head held high. Wang Ran followed closely. After entering the entrance, there is a hall with many survivors in ragged clothes. It seems that they should be the bottom people here, and they don't even have the qualifications to enter the interior. Uncle, sister. The 2 little boys before ran towards Wang Ran and Tang Tang. They all held a cracked bread in their hands, which seemed to be the ration they had exchanged for gold. Children, have you seen the black man in the hood before? Tang Tang asked with a smile. You mean Director Rondo? He went inside the arena. Ordinary people can't go in there without permission. The little boy Arden said. It's okay, we are not ordinary people. Tang Tang rubbed the little boy's head. Uncle, let's go. Tang Tang pulled Wang Ran and walked towards the inside of the arena. Within a few steps, 7 or 8 well-built awakeners rushed out of the arena, all of them holding weapons. It seemed that the guard at the door had notified the people inside via the walkie-talkie. You 2 are very brave. Dare to enter Staples camp. A black man with a baseball bat said coldly. What about the one named Rondo just now? Get him out. If he has a better attitude, I can let you go. Tang Tang said while playing with the whip in his hand. Ha ha ha, this little girl is too daring. Aren't you afraid that we will show you the horror of Brother Hay? Several black people laughed together. Tang Tang frowned slightly. In front of Wang Ran, how dare you make such a joke? Really self-defeating. Tang Tang picked up the whip, and the hand was a whip. Snapped. With a crisp sound, the black man with the baseball bat felt a chill in his crotch. He looked down tremblingly, and found that his crotch was blood red, and the blood was dripping continuously. My dick. The black man's legs were weak and he fell to the ground. The pain felt a little late, and finally the tide hit, and the black man began to roll on the ground in pain. Court death. Several other black people immediately rushed to Tang Tang with weapons. They are all 3rd and 4th level awakeners, and they are used to being arrogant. This situation is absolutely unbearable. Tang Tang smiled slightly, waving the whip to overturn all these people to the ground. They had better luck than the black man before. Tang Tang didn't whip a whip at their eggs, but they also broke a lot of bones. Sister, you hurt them, the boss will get angry. You better run away. Our boss is amazing. The little boy Arden reminded. It's okay, my uncle is also very good. Tang Tang said with a smile. In this world, there is really no one who is stronger than Wang Ran. Of course, it is difficult for Tang Tang alone to find someone who is better than her. This is thanks to the diligent training of Peacetime and Wang Ran. Tang Tang and Wang Ran crossed the guards and came to the inside of the arena. As soon as they entered, the two heard the sound of basketball hitting the frame. Someone hit the ball. In the stadium, several awakeners are playing halftime. There were many people around. Those who can be here are probably the core characters of this camp. Who are you? Who let you in? Everyone who was playing basketball stopped one after another, and everyone looked at Wang Ran and Tang Tang. Wang Ran didn't answer, but glanced around. Finally, he found Rondo drinking beer in the crowd. You, get over here. Wang Ran hooked his finger towards Rondo. Hey, you kid is crazy. You ignored us when we asked you a question. Asked a white awakened with a headband holding a basketball. Caruso, don't get excited. This friend, what's the matter with you breaking into our camp? A tall black man with brows almost in a line stood up. He is the boss of this camp, Davis. I'm here to change the gas. I gave this guy more than 500 grams of gold, and this guy took the gold and hid in it and couldn't come out. You said it was you, what would you do? Wang Ran asked with a smile. The boss of this camp seems to be a reasonable person. In this case, Wang Ran will reason with him. If it doesn't make sense, then you can only do it. Rondo, what's the situation? Davis looked at Rondo. Boss, don't listen to his nonsense. I don't know him, and I haven't taken his gold. Rondo relied on this as his own territory, and shamelessly planned to deny it. Excuse me, my friend. We didn't know each other, so I chose to trust my brother. Davis looked at Wang Ran and shrugged. Since you're embarrassed, then we can only be embarrassed. Wang Ran also spread his hands. Pie time. Introduction. What is the daily life like in the female world? Xiaoqi, how can life be so exciting? It's true that it's plain and simple. Reporter, then how do you explain the fact that you live in your sister's house, and you can't get entangled with your sister at the same time as your senior sister? That's for a reason. How do you explain the scumbag behavior of only flirting with many women and not marrying them and stepping on multiple boats? I'm not a scumbag, I just broke a heart into many pieces, and each piece fell in love with a different person. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 410. Both sides are ready to fight, and the war is about to break out. Hey, uncle, can you play basketball? Tang Tang suddenly asked. Basketball? So, what's wrong? Wang Ran was stunned for a while. Did Tang Tang come up with any ghost ideas? Look, weren't they playing ball just now, why don't you fight them one-on-one? I want to see you play in the NBA arena, uncle. Tang Tang said enthusiastically. Ha ha ha, you little girl's brain is flooded. Do you know that our boss is a level 7 awakener or an active NBA player? Choosing basketball with our boss? I'm afraid you will lose and go home crying to find your mother. Everyone present laughed. Uncle, they laughed at me. Tang Tang pouted. Alright, isn't it just a basketball? I'll slap them in the face for you. Wang Ran sighed. Tang Tang was ridiculed. As a man, he should really help her earn face back. Playing ball should be about the same as fighting. Outlander, are you sure you want to play basketball with me? Davis was stunned. This behavior can best be summed up as suicide. Yes, let's compare 1-to-1. If you win, I won't pursue that guy's affairs. Wang Ran shrugged. Don't pursue it? Where do you think this is, kid? You come and go as you want. If you want to go head to head with our boss, you have to make a big bet. Caruso on the side said with a sneer. Oh, the stakes, right. Okay, if I win, you and the guy who pitted me for gold will be at my disposal. If you win, the brick is yours. Wang Ran took out a 5-kilogram gold brick and flipped it in his hand. The eyes of those present suddenly lit up. This golden brick is quite heavy at first glance. If you take it to a farm on the outskirts of the city, you can exchange a lot of food. Okay, that's it. Whoever of us advances 3 goals is the winner. Bring it on. Davis said and took off his coat, revealing his lean body. Wang Ran walked to Davis with a calm expression. Wang Ran, who is 1.8 meters tall, is beside Davis, who is more than 2 meters tall. Boss, come on. Boss, give him a 3-0. Let him see what a top-paid NBA player is. Boss, the scale of one-on-one fouls is very large, him hard. Davis's younger brothers coaxed on the side. Davis took the basketball and threw it to Wang Ran. You are the guest, you come first. Davis said confidently. On the court, he has never been afraid of anyone. Wang Ran took the ball and dribbled it a few times. Before the apocalypse, Wang Ran played a lot in high school and college, and it was considered a bit of playing experience. It's definitely not comparable to an NBA player. However, the current Wang Ran, in terms of strength, probably has the strength of a level 15 awakened. His control over his body has approached perfection. Angle, power, rebound. With just a few dribbles, Wang Ran was able to control the basketball perfectly. 1-on-1, the official start. Wang Ran dribbled the ball in a simple manner and rushed to the basket from beyond the three-point line. Davis stepped forward and pressed Wang Ran with his firm chest. Davis not only has a height of more than 2 meters, but his arms are also terrifyingly long. He opened his hands to stick to Wang Ran, and Wang Ran's path of progress was blocked at once. The boss is great. This kid is gone. Boss, quickly steal the ball, let him experience NBA level offense. The younger brothers were coaxing. Wang Ran smiled slightly. Breakthrough, there is indeed no route. But just now he seemed to remember that someone said that one-on-one fouls are big and ruthless. Then go hard. Wang Ran turned sideways, and was ready to start a post-up singles next to Davis. I read that right, this kid wants to beat the boss. If you think about it, you know that this kid can't break through under the pressure of the boss, so he can only hit his back. Post-up singles require strength. This kid is afraid that he doesn't know the strength of the boss. Tisk tisk tisk, I feel a little sympathetic to this kid. There were mutterings all around. They are all gloating. Wang Ran put Davis on it, and lightly touched his shoulder. Davis suddenly opened his eyes wide. This power. So powerful. Despite his preparations, Davis was almost knocked out. Immediately afterwards, Wang Ran pushed back again. This time, Wang Ran used 20% of his power. Davis felt a pain in his chest, and the whole person flew out. Wang Ran turned around, took a step forward, easily jumped from the free throw line, and dunked the ball to the basket. With this buckle, the entire backboard was shattered directly, and the basketball hoop was also torn off by Wang Ran. The whole place was silent for a moment. Their boss, Davis, was pushed away so easily by Wang Ran. What kind of power is he? Oh, it looks like I have to change the venue. Wang Ran looked at the basketball hoop opposite. Everyone present was shocked. Their normal pastime is to play ball. If both sides of the frame are destroyed, how can they play? Don't fight anymore, I admit defeat. Davis rubbed his chest and got up. He could see that Wang Ran didn't use all his strength at all. Keep playing, the result is the same. Although Davis has technology, technology is useless before the huge gap in strength. Boss. Rondo and Caruso on the side panicked. The bet just now, but the two of them were handed over to Wang Ran. Davis would like to admit defeat. You two, go over by yourself. Davis rubbed his chest and said. Yeah. Can I still be killed by you two outsiders? Rondo picked up the basketball on the ground, smashed it at Wang Ran, and ran towards the gate quickly. Tang Tang took out the whip and swung it towards Rondo. Rondo's feet were directly caught by the whip, and he fell to the ground at once. Tang Tang held the whip, like the Hulk falling Rocky, and said that Rondo fell back and forth on the ground several times. The bones on Rondo's body were broken and I don't know how many. The gold nugget he had hidden also rolled out of his pocket. Davis, who was on the side, understood at a glance that his little brother had really swallowed other people's gold. In this way, he was not wronged at all for this beating. Boss, I didn't swallow other people's gold, you protect me. Seeing this, Caruso begged to the side. Just now, he was too arrogant to die, and he had to take a shot. This time he was directly unlucky. Ouch, there is an update today.